So what if the real reason you keep quitting your workouts has nothing to do with your motivation, your willpower, or not having the perfect plan? For years, the fitness industry has just told you to push through the pain, but they've completely missed the real culprit. They've sold you a lie, and it's the very thing that sets you up to fail. In this video, I'm going to expose a hidden mental trap that practically forces you to quit, and I'll show you how to finally build unstoppable consistency. It always starts the same way, right? You get a gym membership, you buy the gear, and you're fired up with determination, and you tell yourself, this time it's for real. You go hard for a few weeks, maybe even a month, and you're feeling awesome. And then life happens. Work gets crazy, you get sick, motivation vanishes, and you miss a workout, then another. And before you know it, the gym membership is just a monthly donation to the I'll Start Again on Monday fund, and another reminder of a failed attempt. This is one of the most common and frustrating loops in human behaviour. It is often referred to as the all or nothing trap or the perfectionist cycle. You're stuck in a cycle of being on track, life happens, and then you're back to promising to start over. With every failed cycle, you get more discouraged, more guilty, and you might even start feeling and telling yourself you're just lazy. That's not the truth. The problem is, it isn't your lack of discipline. The problem is that you're relying on motivation, a fleeting emotion, rather than systems which are reliable habits. And you're viewing consistency as a pass-fail test rather than a continuum. You're falling for something I call the perfectionist trap. This is a massive canyon between the glossy fantasy of fitness we see online, we all fall for it, and the messy, brutal reality of what it actually takes. The fantasy is a 30-day transformation, straight line to a perfect body, and feeling hyped to work out every day. But the reality is, progress is slow, invisible for weeks, sometimes months. It's not a clean, upward graph. It's a chaotic scribble of good days, bad days, and days you'd rather do literally anything else. The reality is, building a habit is hard work, and it often involves many false starts. And you don't quit because you're weak, you quit because you think the struggle is a sign that you're failing. And you believe the discomfort, the slow pace, and the lack of daily motivation means you're doing something wrong. But what if I told you the struggle and discomfort aren't signs of failure? They are the path. The real reason you quit is that your brain can't handle the gap between the perfect plan and your messy daily life. So today we try and escape that trap for good. So to stop the loop, we have to take a look at the weak points in the chain. The first trap is relying on the feeling of motivation to get started. But motivation is like sugar. It gives you a high, but it always crashes. And you can't build long-term lifestyle on temporary emotion. The second trap is setting your bar too high when you feel motivated. You tell yourself, I'm going to run 5 miles every day. And that makes the inevitable miss even more likely. The third trap is viewing that missed session as a total failure. This is the all or nothing mindset. The mindset is fueled by unrealistic expectations and leaves zero room for being human. And when you believe the process must be perfect, any tiny deviation feels like total failure. Missed a workout, failed. Ate a slice of pizza, failed. And that leads to the fourth trap. Falling out of the routine completely, or what I call the fuck it effect. This is when one small slip up causes you to abandon your whole plan. And you think, I've already skipped one workout, so this week's ruined. I might as well eat this whole box of cookies and start fresh on Monday. But the real damage isn't that one workout you skip. It's letting that one workout turn into a month of nothing. And the goal isn't to wait for Monday, it's to get back on track Tuesday. And I know this all too well. I've battled my weight for my whole life. And I needed to face this mental and physical barrier. And I was stuck in the same perfection cycle, believing that if I can't do it perfectly, then I shouldn't do it at all. And it took me years to realize that every small step mattered, even when they feel insignificant. So let's talk about the biggest lie in fitness: motivation. We've mentioned it a couple of times. We're told that to be consistent, we have to feel motivated. We see influencers leaping out of bed at 5 a.m, ecstatic to train every day, and we think that's the secret sauce. So we wait, and we wait to feel motivated. But motivation is just an emotion. It's fickle, comes and goes. It's awesome for the first 2 weeks, but it will always fade. Relying on motivation is like building a house on quicksand. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. The days you feel it the least are often the days your workout gives you the biggest boost, but you only get that reward after you start. And the people who are consistent long-term don't run on emotion and motivation. They run on discipline and habit. And discipline isn't about punishment. It's about making a promise to your future self. It's about scheduling your workouts like doctor's appointments. You don't go because you feel like it, you go because it's on the calendar. Your workout should be like brushing your teeth. You don't do it because you're passionate about dental hygiene every single night. Do it because it's a non-negotiable part of your life. And the mindset shift is this: stop saying I'll train when I'm motivated. Start telling yourself I'll train because it's what I do. So if this is starting to click and you're tired of the stop-start cycle over and over again, please hit the subscribe button. We're not about quick fixes here. We're about building real, sustainable systems that actually last. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem, the perfection trap, and the cycle of failure. So how do we fix it? So we build a system that works with real life, not against it. You can intervene at 3 specific points to stop the guilt loop for good. So the first intervention is the floor routine. Stop relying on a perfect schedule. Instead, create 2 workouts. One is called the ceiling, one's called the floor. So the floor is bare. Laughable minimum, like 10 push-ups, 10 squats in your pajamas. But the ceiling is your ideal workout. That's your lifting heavy, going for a long run, hour at the gym. And the rule is this: you're allowed to miss the ceiling, but you must hit the floor. And this keeps the habit of showing up alive. Even when intensity is low, the goal isn't the workout, it's building the habit of starting. So the second intervention, the 2-day rule. This fixes the missed session trap. Accept that you will miss sessions. Life happens. The goal is not perfection. The goal is never to miss twice in a row. And this single rule stops one missed day turning into complete and total failure. And the third intervention is data over drama. So this is how you fix the guilt. Guilt is useless. Don't get me wrong. I get it too. I'm not perfect. But when it comes to this, it's useless. Especially when you're trying to build habits. It drains your energy and then you need to restart. So instead of feeling guilty and thinking, I am lazy, get curious. Why did I miss it? Was it poor sleep? Too much work? Did you schedule the workout at the wrong time? Treat it like you're a scientist. You didn't fail, but you just learnt something new, and your experiment just yielded a negative result. Just tweak it a bit and then try again. And a bonus tip, please find something you enjoy, or at least don't hate. If you despise running, stop forcing yourself to run. Experiment, go hiking, dancing, lift some weights, join a group class. Research shows that the risk of cancelling a gym membership is much higher for members who only work out on their own compared to those in group classes. So people in group settings feel more accountability and more community, which, funny enough, is what we're trying to build here. So let's bring it all home. That frustrating cycle of quitting and restarting, it's not your fault. You've just been playing a game with impossible rules. The enemy was never you, it was the perfection trap. But now you know how to build a new cycle. It starts by establishing a deeper why. It goes beyond motivation, like long-term health or mental clarity, anything, whatever your why is. You set a minimum variable habit using the floor routine. You accept there's going to be missed sessions, scheduling errors, but you must resume that immediately using the day 2 rule. Instead of guilt, feel proud of the recovery, not the slip up. We're all going to miss days, but be proud when you jump back on the next day. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, it just means not giving up. So let go of this all or nothing trap. Use the floor routine, use the day 2 rule, and use the data over drama mindset. And stop waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, or the perfect feeling. The journey to consistency starts right now. One small, important step. And then you don't have to start over on a Monday ever again. Just start today and then do it again tomorrow. You got this.